Welcome to the Everyday Leader podcast, where conversations inspire action, growth, and impact. Hosted by two passionate leaders, Shannon and Conrad, this podcast is for those who strive to lead with purpose and integrity in their life. Whether you're navigating big decisions, seeking balance, or dreaming of creating change, we're here to help explore the tools, stories, and insights that help everyday leaders thrive. Join us each episode as we dive into the art of leadership at work, at home, and in the world. Because leadership isn't a title, it's a way of being.
All right, welcome back to Everyday Leader. Shannon here with Conrad, and we have it's a big topic. Wouldn't you say, Conrad, our topic today?
It can be big. Yeah, it's big in the sense of our world. A lot of people are talking about this. A lot of investment and money and resources into this topic.
Yeah, lots of perspectives, opinions. And so the topic is AI. And really, what does AI have to do with leadership? Is AI something, what does it have to do with leadership? And how might we be thinking about it in the context
Yeah,
of leadership?
and this is not a conversation about AI in the sense of should it be in our world or not. We know it is in our world, and as leaders, we are now at choice on how to be in relationship with it. That's what Shannon and I is like. How are we in relationship with this thing, this tool, this shift in our world?
Yes. Yeah, it's our reality. And leaders have seen shifts like this when it comes to technology in the past, right? There was a day before the internet. There was a day before many of these other technologies that we have access to make our lives easier or more informed or whatever it might be. So this is another example of that, and it seems to be really loud. So let's make some sense of it.
Yes. Where to start?
Where to
To start with
start?
this?
That was like over to you, Conrad. Help us
Yes.
make some sense of this very loud thing. Well, maybe
Yeah.
a good place to start is just how are you wrapping your head around this right now when you think about it in the context of your leadership?
Yeah. As you do, in our world, have brought in the energy of curiosity
Mm-hmm.
first.
Mm-hmm.
And initially, uh, full transparency, I was resistant.
Mm-hmm.
When I first so noticing there was some resistance initially in my approach to it. And the resistance was I felt or had made up that it was not relational, this thing. There was no um in my belief system as relationships. I'm like, oh, this is going to take people out of relationship. That was my initial resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Then shifted to curiosity and like, how can this be utilized in a thoughtful way to cultivate relationship
Mm-hmm.
journey with it to date. Um, we can get into the specifics of utilization, but it's in this frame of this context is like, how as a leader would I use this for what I'm up to in the world? How do I
Yeah.
blend it in? Something like that.
Yeah, I think I like your curiosity piece too, because I'm in a similar place. And some of the other questions I'm asking are like, um, what do I need to know more about in order to see how this can both help me in my leadership, but also do it in a way that's aligned with my values?
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
So a value of, you know, sustainability for our earth, for example, or a value
Right.
like ethics, or privacy, or um, anything aligned with integrity. Not to say that AI can't or does not have integrity, but I think that's where the discernment and the inquiry is for me, in terms of where the use of it is or is not aligned with my values. So that's
Yeah.
been
I
my
hear
starting point.
I hear that some confronting there was is confronting against or up against some of your values, and then how to align or reconcile or be in relationship. Our core question with this is like, how are leaders in relationship with AI? What does that relationship look like? And from being in relationship with it, how does it serve or not?
Yes. Yeah. So
And
there's, yeah.
you may be able to tell from our conversation with full transparency as we always are, we are sitting with these questions. We are exploring these questions. There's some answers and things that are floating around and different perspectives, and we don't have them all. So if you're looking for that, you can pause now and maybe there's probably a podcast all about AI. For us, it's like these questions are so rich. How do we sit with them? How do we be in them around this fundamental shift, or what I believe to be a fundamental shift in technology?
Yes. Yes. Well, I think there's another layer too. After, well, maybe it's, what are your big questions around sort of your values and how it aligns or doesn't align. But then I also think it's a question around, what do I want to use this for? Right.
Mm,
And I might soon, I don't know, in the next couple months, have a pretty clear stand on what it means, how leaders should or should not be using AI for leadership, right?
yeah.
Different. And what I can say is that I think that when I think about it in that way, like the questions, or like the rubric is, how do I ensure that if I'm using AI for any reason, that I'm staying in my own purpose, my own self-authority, my own self-acceptance, and
Your own creativeness
my own
too.
creativeness, right? That I don't lose.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to like get really clear on my leadership voice, and and I am still learning, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't want to compromise that, or I don't want to be led astray. I mean, it's so easy for us to kind of go off course
Mhm.
in life because we have different distractions in our world. And so for me, it's, how do I make sure that this doesn't become something that distracts me from my own leadership and my own sense of what I'm up to in the world?
Yeah. And how do you utilize it? I love that you're saying this. And for me, as I move through this, is how do I utilize it as a tool, not the tool?
Mm-hmm.
How do I utilize it as a resource, not the resource? How can
Yes.
it complement and uplift meaningful work in the world and just causes and the amazing people we get to work with and support? How does it amplify that
Mm-hmm.
versus diminish? I mean, use a like diminish humanity or diminish human connection. That's the
Yeah.
part I'm still gathering around in my head.
Yeah. And wholeness, right? Wholeness.
Yeah.
What I want to offer, because this is what I've been seeing, especially with, myself and friends and clients who do use AI. When you are really clear with what you're up to in the world, and you know the questions that you want to answer, or the problems you want to be a part of solving, what I've noticed is that using AI to help you get like a first draft, or to help you, that's just one very specific example. It is actually really helping people kind of get over themselves, or like get over their stuckness,
Right.
especially when it comes to, you know, like wanting to get it right or be perfect, have the email
Yes.
be perfect, or have the 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 letter be perfect, or have something, the presentation be perfect, right? It's kind of helping people move a little bit faster than that. It's almost like
Yep.
you have your own little helper writing a first draft or doing whatever it might be. But I just want to offer that. I think that it has offered leaders some momentum. It's not
Mhm.
teaching them anything new. It's not telling them what to do. It's just helping them do the thing, do the thing, and
Yeah.
do the thing.
Or
They're
start
telling
or
it what to do
start
and it's
or
doing it.
start the
Yeah.
thing.
Or
Yeah.
start
Or
the
starting
thing,
the thing. Yeah. Yeah.
especially start the thing.
Yeah. So in summary,
I think we're just getting
we
started, Conrad.
we are just getting started, and we're sitting with these questions. Love to hear from you on what's working well, what's not, um, how is it being utilized for the work you're doing in the world. What are the trade-offs? What are the benefits? What are the things you love? What are the things that scare you? Because we're in this together. It is happening. It is here. And how are we going to be in a relationship with it?
Yeah. And I know we always say to our listeners, let us know what's coming up, share with us. But I really want, I mean, I always want to know. We always want to know. But I feel like there's a lot that, especially this particular community of listeners, has to offer on this subject because it's so new for all of us. So please
Yeah.
share.
And until next time, this is Conrad and Shannon, everyday leaders, with y'all on this journey. Glad to be with you.
Be well.